Grand Rising. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, chosen 144,000, Earth Angel High Priestess Unicorn. I know someone's been messing with my channel, so it's gonna take a little bit of a while, but hey. So I'll restart because I just did a little quick spread somewhere else. So let me just reshuffle these ones. And see how it goes. It's been really cold, isn't it? But yesterday was even though it rained, it warmed up. I was thinking to myself, I just want a little bit warmer. Can we have some sun, please? I don't know if it was like a few of us thinking the same thing, but it actually warmed up a little bit. It did. Let me clear the energy in there for us as well. Maybe even sage my cards. Ancestors and angels of the highest form of light. I only ask for clear and precise, accurate messages for the collective, what we need to know, what we want to know. Please and thank you. I did actually get some new cards as well, but I wanted to try. I didn't know they had data saver on this. So yeah, I didn't know they had data saver on this, but yeah. Ooh. Get this one. Where's this one? Been trying out, sir. I've been trying out. What should I say? Backtrack. Been experimenting with a few new things, new ideas and stuff like that, so forth and so forth. So yes, just glad to be here. I got this from the pawn shop actually. I think you get 2 for like 125. These little things, and they're fillable as well. And nice little colors and stuff like that. I'm just gonna put all of them while I'm here, innit? I'm putting that there a sec. May as well do all of them whilst I'm here. In all honesty, this is the new set of cards I've got. Just one more. Thank you. What else was I gonna do? I was gonna do something else just a minute ago. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Oh, that was it. That was it. That was it. That was it. Do the 144,000 chosen exist, spirit? Yes or no? Back and forth is yes. Circle is no. Oh yes. Am I a chosen earth angel spirit? Yes or no? Yep. Spirit. I'm asking if the family members that I've cut off, have they been trying to harm me with death spells? Yes or no? Hmm. Did they pay people from my past to betray me, spirit? Yes or no? Yep. Have they been attending hidden court cases to go against me, spirit? Yes or no? Yep. Have they been lying on my name in court in order to steal my inheritance, spirit? Yes or no? I already know anyway, but yeah. Sometimes it's nice to just get the confirmations because they think we don't know what they've been up to, but in actual fact, we do. You know? So they're not really fooling anybody other than themselves. But yeah. Okay, that's already done. So I just need to just do something a second. Is that charged? Move this over a little bit. Mm-hmm. As you can see, I've literally just come straight out the bath. So let me shuffle this deck and let's see what Spirit has for us today. As the Archangel Michael, you stand guard. Anything that's not of the highest one, white light, send it straight back to where it comes from. Please put a shield of protection around me at all times. Please, thank you. All monitoring spirits and evil eye turn blind. All lying and slander and tongues. May they lose their voice. I declare the blood of Jesus over this reading and over my life. So mote it be. As above, so below. As within, so without. I declare the these things with love and faith. You. So what is in the energy? Today is Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, it's Wednesday. So what's in the energy for today's Spirit, please and thank you. What's going on for the collective on this grand Wednesday morning? Can I get two to start off with for this overall energy Spirit, please and thank you. What's going on overall in energy for the collective Spirit, please and thank you. Well, I asked for two and I got two. Ooh. This is why I need a bigger table. So we've got, okay, we've got the Page of Wands. And we've got the Page of Wands. I don't know why they keep that in here. And the Five of Wands, which says disagreement. Page of Wands is no idea. So basically, we're actually living in our new beginnings. The same new beginnings that people were trying to steal us and steal and fight us for. Which makes absolutely no sense because our destiny is our destiny, regardless. Regardless if they try and fake it till they make it. That's fallen on deaf ears. Do you understand? So it is what it is. So yeah, the Page of Wands is no ideas. A lot of us, we have had some ideas we've been sitting on. It's now to either collaborate, work with others, put it into action, or ask for assistance wherever you see fit. Five of Wands, don't waste your time on petty disagreements, whether that be disagreement with others or people disagreeing with your choice of path. It's not their business at the end of the day. You don't have to answer to anybody. Do you understand? Period. That's what I get from that. Anything else, please. So they're not relevant. Only you can walk your path. Only you can see the world through your eyes. You can't see the world through someone else's perspective. That makes no sense. But that's what they try and do. They try to force their way of thinking and their way of living onto others. They have no right. We all have our own free will. Yeah. It involves a King of Wands. It was in the upright. So someone in a position of leadership. Is trying to do the right thing, but by whose standards? I'm not quite sure. Okay, the Fool. So a King of Wands is looking for a fresh start. So basically, he's trying to right his wrongs in the hopes of getting a new start with his own life or with someone else. So if you know what's going on in your own circumstances, you can put it where it fits. If not, let it go, leave for somebody else. But that's what I get from that. And it's in the upright, it wasn't reversed. So I get that that's a good person. And had it been backwards, it would have been like a King of Wands in the reverse would be someone who fakes being a leadership, but is really just narcissistic and dark and evil, basically. Anything else with this current energy? Thank you. Eight of Cups. Okay, and the World. Eight of Cups and the World card. Withdraw. Eight of Cups. Basically, with this, I get for a lot of us, we need to not withdraw in the sense of stop, but withdraw in the sense of take a break, be more in the present because we spent a lot of time just trying to be focused and keep ourselves busy. So I feel it's a card basically saying relax. Your cups are full. They're all full, in fact. So that's like saying your cups are about to overflow. For some of you, there's a lot of blessings on its way that was previously blocked. We know who by, but they're irrelevant at this point. There's not much they can do. A liar is always going to be a liar. That's the way I see it. So it is what it is. Read between the lines. And I said that to a girl yesterday. I was talking to somebody. It's really funny. And I said to her, because she's older than me as well. So I was having a conversation and she said something to me which kind of struck me in the sense of, do you actually know what you're talking about? That's what I'm thinking in my head. So I had to say to her, research what you're saying to me and then come back and have this conversation again. And I said it because she keeps complaining of the same ailment. And it's been a long time she's been complaining about the same thing. And I really told her what it is. I told her what to do, but she went to the doctors I said, you're stupid because all the doctor's going to do is give you tablets, which is going to mask the symptoms, make you think you're okay, but yet, though, it's going to fuck you up somewhere else in your body. Hence why now it's gotten worse. So I gave her the example and I told her what to use. And I don't understand why she hasn't used it. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, she then said to me that someone made a comment to her and she just laughed it off. And I said to her, it's people like you that don't take things like that serious that shit happens to. Do you understand? And you're not about to involve me in that kind of bullshit. So I've given you the warning. If you don't heed the warning, then that's on your head, period, because you're going to sink your own ship. And then she was like, oh, what do you mean? I said, what do you think this world is run by? Do you not have any common sense? I said, you've come all the way from another country, so you're supposed to know better. That's how I'm seeing it. I understand like people are naive. I was naive once upon a time, so it is what it is. But you've come from a country where they predominantly do this type of shit. So I don't understand how you can have a conversation and act all blasé about it. Like, so because you ignore something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And it's people like that that irritate me because those are the people that end up in shit and then wonder why they're in a predicament that they're in. Do you understand? It makes no sense. But anyway, yes, I think withdrawal is just having a break, taking more time for yourself, innit? If that makes any sense. Do something nice for yourself. That's what I do. Once a week, I'll do something nice for myself. I call it my self-love, self-care day. Yeah, we're at like I'm the only person on the planet, basically. I'm the only person on the planet. Nobody matters but me. Do you know what I'm saying? And everything revolves around me, just for that day. And then or two. And then you go back to doing what you need to do. But yeah. And the world card, yeah, it's your fulfillment. Like the world is your oyster. I know for a lot of us, we tend to have the perception of, if that makes any sense, of seeing is believing, but you kind of got to see beyond that, if that makes any sense. Because I know a lot of people say things like, oh, I rather wait for it to happen or to see the difference. It doesn't work like that. You still got to live in a moment in order for that to happen, if that makes any sense. But a lot of people don't think like that. They wait to see the changes before they make the actions, which doesn't make any sense. You've got to do the actions and be persistent in it and be present in these actions in order for these changes to become more apparent, if that makes any sense. But yeah, fulfillment is here. You just got to grab it by both hands, like. But yeah, so I was speaking to her, and she basically said about, I'm just going to say what it is. It is what it is. I've already said it before. And she went, oh, she has this friend who doesn't really help her that I've seen anyway. They just come and take. And he actually came with like a container yesterday, and I thought it was like, yeah, you're taking the piss. But I didn't say anything. I just kept my mouth shut, let her do what she was doing. And then but yet though, she needed some type of trailer, I believed, or she needed something fixed. And I'm not a mechanic, so I have no idea about things like that. So I just asked her like, look around in it. But conveniently, this person offered her a loan. And the thing about it is, what it is needs done, it isn't really that much. She just can't do the work herself. So yeah. But it's when they said, oh, I'm in a secret society, but she thinks it's funny. So I said, go and look it up, and then come back to me and have a conversation. I just told her straight that Emma, and the thing about I don't know the person. I've encountered them twice. I think they've asked me a question once. I know the energy, I feel the energy, I know the energy, I'm not stupid. But that's her friend, so to speak. So It's nothing to do with me. Do you understand? But if she asks me a question, yeah, I'm gonna speak on it. So anyway, so forth and so forth. So she asked, and I just told her straight. Yeah, I added on a little other things also, but it was mainly a thing where I was just basically saying to her, whilst I haven't seen you for all this time, when I left you, you were sick. Do you understand? I've not seen you in like weeks. So really and truly, you should be fine. You don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't do drugs. Do you understand? You don't have any illnesses. Well, now you do, but and she's had this weird illness that has escalated. So it doesn't make any sense. Either you're lying, do you understand, or there's something that you're not doing. Do you understand? It's the energy she's allowing around her. Do you get that? It's who she's allowing around her. She's not seeing it that way, but it is what it is. Like I said in it, you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink. So that's on her now. Do you understand? I don't want no parts of it. No parts of it at all. So yeah, the rules are oyster, regardless. But yeah, it's just little things like that. And I said to her, I said, come on now, like you've come all day from Jamaica. Do you understand? You know what England's like. Not only that, no, everybody knows that Jamaica's known for like hoodoo, voodoo, doo black magic, all that madness. Do you understand? But yet though, you're acting oblivious. I call it selective amnesia. And I said, there's people like you that end up in a dire straight situation. Do you understand? Because you're not seeing the red flags. Do you know what I mean? Then she asked, what's a red flag? I wanted to slap her because I'm thinking to myself, you're older than me, you're supposed to know better. Considering you've traveled the world, do you understand? Don't act like you haven't seen certain things. So, yeah. So I just left it at that. But I'm not really parts of that. But anyway, I've not seen her for weeks yet. And then when I seen her again, um, it's gotten worse. So she said she has some type of episode, and I'm saying to her, it's really funny how you keep telling me these things, but yet though you're still around this particular person. Do you understand? Like not just at work, they're coming to your home address. Like, do you understand the implications of these things? And why say what I say about this particular individual is purely because I can speak on exactly what I witnessed. There ain't shit you can tell me what I see with my own two eyes. Do you understand? So what I've observed, I spoke on, but I said it to his face because he came there one day and he was a bit rude. Like he was rushing her, and I thought, well, hold on a minute, like consider you're not paying for it, like you should have some manners. That's what I said. But the way he responded, and we would have thought I killed his mother. And I knew from that, I just didn't want to be the one to actually say it. I was already thinking it already. Do you know what I mean? I already seen certain signs, just the way he moves, the way he talks, uh, the way he chats about his partner. But yet they're trying to get with someone that I work with. Like, make that make sense. But she just thinks it's like fun and games. It's not fun and games when your ass is up shit street. Do you understand? So it is what it is at this point. It is what it is. I have nothing more to say. But yeah, so I said that and he got really, really funny, which is fine in each their own in it. But I notice a hit dog will holler in it. The truth hurts, isn't it? It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, because you said, oh, I always pay for food and da 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 da. I thought, hold on a minute. You cannot tell me what I saw. I've watched you. You might not think I can see you, but I see you. Do you understand? I see you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just things like that. But she has like a good clientele, so I don't understand. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense, but yeah. It's just something I want to share. But yeah, just examples like that. Do you understand? But some of her stuff is really, really nice. The jerk sauce. Ooh! I give it 10 out of 10. and the saltfish and ackee, and is it the vegan jerk chicken? I can't remember. I think it's some type of, is it tofu? Something like that. But yeah, it's not. You know, a couple people make it and they don't put no. It's like bland. It's not bland. Like you would have thought it was meat. Honestly, it's nice. But yeah, just a lot of things like that. So now I think that glitters is gold, is it? What else is in this energy? Collectively speaking. Okay. Thought so. I would have chose that card too. Actually, can I get one more? I would have chose this one too. Oh. We've got Unity, Two of Cups. And Death for Transformation. I like this card, and I'll tell you why. It might not go for everybody, but for me, personally, I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for others. I can speak on circumstances or incidents, so forth and so on. But for me, unity, people that resonate on the same frequency as you. Do you understand? People that share the same morals, views. Not saying, not like he's saying specifically see life the same way you do. Do you understand? But on that same type of level, obviously each has their own individual free will and free mind of thinking. It is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, that's what I get from unity, which also goes with the Eight of Cups, in it goes, it's like a synchronicity in it, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? The Most High. And the Death card, I like when I see the Death card because for me, it's transformative in the sense of I think I probably had like 100 rebirths, probably more ones that I probably wasn't aware of. And for some of you, if it was in the upside down, I think it would be a literal death, but it's not. It's in the upright. So a lot of us are going through, and I just noticed they got, if you notice, they got, there's like little thingies on his back. And it kind of looks like it's representing like every different moon cycle. If you notice, they're not all the same color, but they're all. And that's funny because that's the exact moon shape I saw last night. But yeah, death and transformation. It doesn't actually mean like death, literal death, but just death to old way of doing things. Death of like how you used to be, or how you used to perceive things or receive things, or how you used to respond to things, how you comprehend things, and that makes any sense. I'll give an example for me. I see it as I was in a group, and it was quite far. I had to go quite far, but everybody else in that group, they live locally, and even though it's been cold, we still had to like go outside. So if anything, I had longer to get there. Do you know what I mean? So if anything, I was up against it more than anybody else, and I was the new person in that group. So yeah, it came to like we have like seasons where the term's over now. So basically, this next term we take over this next term, and before the staff left, we all sat down and we strategized what we was gonna do going forward. Do you understand? Basically, like days of the week, times of the week, meeting place, and basically what we was gonna do throughout this season. Basically, so we all had to go and think of like what you wanted to do in the sense of in the gardening center to come back. So obviously, someone was picked to take the leader of the group purely because of their proximity to the place where we had to go, which is fine. So obviously I'm the new person, so I'm just going on with what they're going on in it. So obviously I put my little input, but then it's like what irritates me is Why say you're gonna do this or get, think about it? You decided you took this role, but then did the opposite. Now, had you taken this role and said, you know what, I'd like to half it or share it with X, Y, Z. Do you understand? Do that. But when you do dumb shit like that, and then you don't tell people that you're not going to be there to assist anybody or let anybody in, that makes no sense. So we have a group that we all collaborate on. So you're supposed to say like, "Oh, are you coming today? Yes or no?" Do you know what I mean? Or you could have just said, "Oh, it's a bit cold," or I don't know, the grass is frozen or the mud's frozen. Let's leave it another week. Do you know what I mean? That's leadership qualities. Not texting amongst yourself, acting like. And the thing about it is, you take your kids to the same school. That's why I was laughing, thinking that's backwards. But then I thought to myself, it is another test. Because did it make any sense? Yeah. And what's funny is, if you're in the wrong, you get called up when you're in the wrong. You just own it, innit? Do you understand? But then to lie, barefaced lie and flat out deny it when we have times, do you understand me? Like when you get buzzed in, everything is time stamped. Do you know what I mean? I'll give you a little example. So say for instance, it starts at 9:30. Say it starts at 9:30, yeah. And I get there at 9:46. 9:46, man, and there's nobody there. Make that make sense. So I'm thinking, why is there nobody there when everybody discussed it in the WhatsApp group? And nobody responded at the time. It wasn't until like hours later that everybody responded. So I just basically said, like, this is unacceptable. Like, you're meant to communicate this. And if you're not going to be there, then just say you're not going to be there. Do you understand? But if you deliberately make people come all day here for there to be nobody there, that doesn't make any sense. And that's not really like, why would you even take this role kind of thing? So as they do now, they gave their excuses. Now, it's not about them saying the other things. That's irrelevant. It's like all of a sudden now, when you get called out, you've got all these excuses. But the point of the matter is, the same way you was texting like the day before, 2 days before, the day of. Do you understand? You could have said, "Oh well, I've got to look after my cousin," or "I've got to go to that appointment," or "I've got a sick father in hospital," but you didn't. Do you understand? It's only when you get called out that you've got all the excuses. So I knew it was something. I just didn't say anything. Okay. So the next week, it was the same thing again. But mind you, we had things growing in it. So someone's got to check on the plants. Do you know what I mean? Or was they going to die? So I said, all right, then I'll go just to check on the plants. Now, my point is, had I not gone to check on the plants, yeah, and even though everybody acted like they was going to be there, it was like the same behavior. So, and I kind of picked up on it. So I'd already set my mind, like, I know how they move. I don't know why. I just had this. I foresaw the bullshit. Put it that way. So it was the Muslim lady. Um, I can't remember her name. Is it Manira? Something like that. Anyway, so I think I got there just after 9:30. And the funny thing was, right, collective. Imagine if the group doesn't start until 9:30, and you got no intention of staying. Why are you being caught? And it's like, do I caught them like sneaking off? And I thought to myself, supposing I came out at 9:46, there wouldn't have been anybody here, would there? You would have done the exact same thing. So I just said to them, like, does that make any sense? And if you're not gonna come, just say you're not gonna come. Do you know what I mean? But you're all saying, yeah, you're coming to gardening, you're coming to gardening, you're coming to that's backwards to me. And not even that, you've been there for longer than I have. So if I'm the new person coming into a group that where I don't really know you people, and this is how you're behaving, who wants to be in a group of people like that? Like, you wouldn't, would you? So I think because I complained, I didn't really complain. I just called them out like that doesn't make any sense, basically. Do you know what I mean? And she was like, "Oh, what did she say? I'm not gonna argue. I don't want to argue. I'm not gonna argue." So like she's trying to act like I'm arguing. I was like, hold on a minute, hold on a minute. I said, first of all, yeah, you have to press a buzzer to be let in through the gate. You can't just walk in, yeah. She said, "Oh, I was here for 45 minutes." Make that make sense? I said, can you read or can you count? Because for my calculations, it starts at 9:30. So if I get here at 9:46, What are you? How was you here for 45 minutes? Do you understand me? Exactly. And she wanted to. And I think about it. This woman is a Muslim, so you're meant to be honest. And if you can lie about that, what else can you lie about? And to add insult to injury, I thought to myself, this explains why when I was first joining the group, I think it was in the summertime, I believe it was, yeah. And um we was at the table. I think we had to go out the tent for something. It's called the tunnel. We have to come out of the room for something in the garden, yeah. So I come out. But I'd left my chocolate on the table. This little girl, her daughter mine, didn't even ask and say, oh, whose chocolate is this? We come back in and she raw stole my chocolate, was eating it. Barefaced eating it. And even the staff was like, told her, like, that's not yours. You're supposed to ask for things. Do you know what I mean? And the way this little girl responded told me everything I need to know about the mother's mentality. But the point I'm trying to make is like even people that say that they are religious and X, Y, Z, they're still liars. And that has proved my point. But I think it's because I called her out. She didn't like it. And I had the foot been on the shoe and it was me. You just own it, innit? I would just apologize and moved on. But when you want to deny it, you're making it more of a problem than what it needs to be. Clearly, from the fact that you're lying. And you're lying about something so stupid as well. And I thought to myself, if you can lie about this, what else can you lie? I don't want to be around people like that. So I just found another group. Do you know what I mean? And it's only after that, funny enough, collective, after that, everybody's ringing me. Everybody's ringing me, man. I thought, hold on a minute. Shouldn't you have been ringing my phone when you had no intentions of staying? Make that makes, or is it that, or I just really thought they was just trying to trigger me. I don't know what it was. I thought it was another test, actually. Like I thought it was trying to play like a little game. But I just kind of went there to get my plants that I potted and my herbs. We was growing a lot of herbs, onions, tomatoes, cucumbers. I think it was sage, parsley, thyme. Yeah, just that kind of thing, just natural herbs we was going. So that's why I went to go and get my herbs really and truly. And I just so happened to catch them in the act. So when you got good intentions, good karma will always follow you. Do you understand? But they never had the right intentions. That's how I seen it. Do you know what I mean? And then for her to say that, and that's what I mean about the death and transformation. This is why I love the death and transformation card, is purely because the old me would have took that as an offense. I would have took that as like a direct jab at me. Does that make any sense? And I probably would have cussed the bitch out. It is what it is. Do you understand? But I just laughed, and I think it's because I laughed in her face, like when she tried to lie, and it's like, you know, someone tries to like act like an air of authority over you, and they try to like overspeak you to try and like put you down, kind of thing. And then the other girl is kind of like, you know, she just kind of froze like this in this position, like she's half walking away, but her eyes are looking at me from the corner. And I thought, just how you're positioned, yeah, just shows your vile intent, like just shows who you truly are. But I found it funny, I think, because I laughed. She didn't like the fact that I was laughing. What else did she expect? She wanted me to cry. Do you understand? You just like, got some exercise. So it's what it is. At least I got some exercise. Do you understand? But yeah, I just called her out. So now the coordinators want to speak to me about it. So yeah, that's my little example that I wanted to add. The coordinators want to speak to me about the situation. There wasn't really a situation. I just didn't like the conduct, because you've been put in a position of authority. It doesn't make any sense. And if you couldn't do the job, do you know what I mean? You should have just been outright honest and said, you know what, I don't really think it's for me, X, Y, Z. Or you could have like halved it and said, oh, can I split the roles with somebody else? Do you understand? Like I had more common sense than they did. And it's the group that they've been doing for like 3 years. Now, this is my first year. They've been there 2 years. Do you understand? It's just laziness and a lack of consciousness. Do you understand? And selfishness. Because there's no excuse. There's no point ringing me after the fact, and then everybody's ringing me. Everybody's ringing me with their own separate excuses. Like, make that make sense, but we're all in a WhatsApp group together, man. but not one person thought to say this in the WhatsApp. That's why we made the WhatsApp group, to communicate and let these things be known. But they didn't do that. And I think to myself, are these people backwards, or am I reading too much into it? But it is what it is, isn't it? Because I laughed. I don't think she liked the fact I was laughing about it. You're trying to get angry of it because you're in the wrong. Make that make sense. And 45 minutes does not equate to, you can't say 45 minutes if the class starts at 9:30 and I got there at 9:46. All our times is like his stamps. Even if she come out of there 2-3 times, every time she leaves that gate, because you got to be buzzed to be let out, it's going to be date and time stamped. So you saying that, you made yourself look stupid. I don't think she meant. I think it must have just slipped out of her mouth. I have no idea, but it was funny. It was funny, but yeah. So I think in that sense, death and transformation for me, that's an example of it. You understand? People be trying it. And I know it's the more when you're on a certain path, or maybe you just didn't notice it before. Now this is outright deliberate, because I know people are like deliberately send like negative energy to you, or to get people to target you, whatever the case may be. Pathetic. Stand 10 toes down. There ain't shit they can do. Everything in the dark always comes to light, and it definitely has in a lot of ways. You understand? What else with this overall energy that landed on the world as well? Oh, yeah, I liked it when. Oh, this came out. Okay, this came out upright. I'm claiming that one. I'm claiming this one. Oh, oh! This came out on the. It fell. It literally fell on the world card, and this one fell in my lap. Funny enough, I've been noticed sometimes, depending on the energy that you're actually in. I've seen it with other people's videos as well. Like certain cars will fly certain places, and to me, that's another sign. So I kind of look into why did it fall on that particular card, what card it fell on, what does that card mean, X, Y, and I kind of draw a conclusion from that basically. So the first one out was the moon card, didn't it? And then we got the moon card actually fell on the world card. Funny enough, that's why I'm laughing. And then we got the star card, which is me. I'm a star. Always been, always will be. And the Hierophant, I think this is a lot of our overall energy in it. We kind of get people to join together. What did someone say to me as well? Someone said, you were inspiration, or I help people to understand things better. I think that's a good thing. But yeah, join together. I did it the other day in my I go to theatre, yeah. And I did it, I called it the moon clock. I did it subconscious. I wasn't really aware that I was doing it, but we had to do a dance routine. And it's been years since I've danced, so don't get me wrong, I like music, I like to dance, but in my own way, at my own time, at my own pace. That makes any sense. So we had to do this really crazy dance routine, yeah. And obviously I got it straight away. So it wasn't a thing about, oh, anybody's better than anybody. It wasn't about that. Do you understand? It was a thing where collectively we had to all do it together. So it was a group task that we had to do. I need my Vaseline. It was a group task that we had to do, yeah. And it was funny purely because there was a spiritual bro. There was a few of us that didn't get the dance steps, yeah, which I understand that. Some people are just not coordinated like that. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make them less of a person. Do you know what I mean? It just means that they learn differently. And that's how I see things. It just means that they learn differently. So we did a dance move, and I obviously got it straight because I like music, and I found it really, really easy. But the group I was working is put us in groups of 4, I remember. And obviously we was about to do a play, and we had to, I think this was like the last week that we had to rehearse this dance routine. Nobody got it. And I was like, damn, because obviously we're replaced along on the stage. There's no way for you to hide. That makes any sense. So if you get it wrong, we're gonna raw see that you got it wrong because there's no way for you to hide. Like the stage is massive in the theatre, Bristol Vic it was. So we're doing this dance routine, and the dance teacher. I don't know if it's because she wasn't getting well, we wasn't paying her, but what I mean is it's not like it was like a proper dance class where you go and you pay your money XYZ. Do you understand? Whatever organization is obviously paying her. And I don't know. She wasn't being nasty. What I'm trying to say to you, she didn't really have no patience. And I kind of sensed it, and I kind of thought like, because we all sit in groups of four, and then basically after that little period of time, we then had to present the same dance moves that she showed us in front of her. Do you understand? I don't know. I think my competitive streak came out because the group I was in didn't know the left from the right, but it was like in a funny kind of way, so you could laugh. It was funny. I liked it, but the dance moves were all over the place. So I just remembered how I was taught to dance, but how she was doing it because I would have thought she would have understood and taken a different approach, but she didn't. She was kind of rushing them. I think that in itself, and the fact that she was moving a bit too fast, I think it unnerved them. So then they was about to give up, and I was like, "We can't have that because it's just a big chunk of the group. Like it's gonna mess up the whole play. Do you know what I mean? And plus, I'm in this little section too, so that's gonna affect me, and I didn't want that. So I thought off the top of my head, and I just decided to teach them myself. So whatever move that she told us to do, I broke it down the best way I could for them to understand it, and they got it like that. Do you understand? Like the third or fourth time, they all got it. They was in time, in beat, and we finished exactly right because we had to do it in like concession. That makes any sense. Like one starts and then another group starts like 4 seconds later, then the next one starts 3 seconds later. Like that. That makes any sense. It was like that. And we smashed it. But then she thanked me because obviously I taught them, whereas I think she's probably getting frustrated. But you can't do that. Like you have to expect people. Not everybody learns the same way. Do you know what I mean? So you kind of got to find a strategy where people can incorporate and learn quickly. But she just didn't have the patience that day. I think she might have been tired or overworked, whatever the case may be. Like nobody was pissed about it. I wasn't. I just thought, let me assist the best way I can. To the only way that I knew how to assist her was to teach them my way and see if they get it that way. When I taught them my way, they got it straight away. So we was able to finish the whole routine, all the four different groups. I taught them, they got it straight away in time. So she watched them and she timed them because she was super fast. And then we did our play. We did the rehearsal on a Wednesday. We had to play. I think it was the first play was Friday evening, Saturday afternoon, and Sunday afternoon, and we smashed it. Mm. And we smashed it. So yeah, so that was just an example for like the unconscious mind after death and transformation. And for the star, obviously, you know what the star card is, isn't it? Creativity. And this is what a lot of people struggle with, I think. And there's a lot of people out there trying to steal other people's creativity. It doesn't work like that. You got to find your own. Do you understand? You can be inspired by people, yeah, but you have no right to steal other people's shit. Is period. You understand? Period. Point blank. And yeah, same thing I was saying that you kind of just from you being your natural self, you also get others to join in and incorporate whatever they have to incorporate with the whole setting. That makes any sense because not everybody's input's going to be the same. That's like me mimicking someone else and they mimic and we all mimic the same. That makes no sense. Do you understand? You all have your own individual ideas and you kind of put it together and come up with a piece. That's how I see it. That in it. Do you understand? And I think that in itself makes you a star, or it makes us a star anyway. And obviously, like I said, the hierophant in it, everything you needed for yourself, everything you needed is already there. It just took for you to realize that you like individually yourself, whereas a lot of people end up going in circles because they're searching on the outside. And I know that I've done that myself, so I know food and I can speak on and I can say that because I've done it myself. So I know exactly what that's like. But at the same time, uh, it's all about going with inside yourself, you know? And I think it irritates me when I see people trying to steal shit from other people or trying to mimic other people or be like them. You can be inspired by somebody, but you have to have your own individual personality. Because when you do shit like that, that's a shit that gets you messed up. Do you understand? And then you look like an idiot. Because you made the whole world think you pretended to be somebody else and you hidden who you truly are. Even if it's who you truly are as a bag of shit, then it is what it is. It's up to you to change that yourself. Do you understand? Not for you to steal that from somebody else. That shit ain't gonna fly. And look who's on the bottom. The devil. Look who's on the bottom. Guess who's coming to dinner? Not the devil. Guess who's coming to dinner? Not the devil. I hope not, but he's always going to be around, isn't it? He always really comes around when you're doing something great or when you're about to like go on to like a better level. That's when that bitch comes out. It is what it is. I'm going to speak it like it is. Okay. I'm already collaborating with people. Oh, I like this one. Serenity. Serenity. Collaboration. Free your pentacles. Ah. I've actually got 1 foot dipped in the water. I know people talking about it because my ears are ringing. But with serenity, that's an energy. You know, serenity is a feeling. Temperance is an energy, basically. Temperance angel. So who wants to claim that? You can claim it. It's up to you. I claim it too. And the Three of Pentacles collaborating. For some of us, we are collaborating, or we've got offers to collaborate, which you can build off of to incorporate it into actual monetization. Does that make any sense? Like these channels, for instance, where people have been like stealing shit from you and stealing your content and then making false charges, trying to act like you stole their content. Do you understand? And getting people to like slander and smear your name. Oh, they're not real. They're not this. They're not the proofs in the pudding. We're still the last people standing. It is what it is. But yeah, for some of you, whatever you're doing, I suggest you keep it private because you do know that they're still out here up to their tricks. Do you understand? Even though you got nothing to fear because nothing they do will be fulfilled, basically, because of their intent. And they don't get it. Do you understand? Just like it was their intentions to deliberately target certain individuals relentlessly and get others to do the same. Do you understand? Humiliation rituals, smear campaign, hacking phones, hacking laptops, stealing ideas, stealing information, stealing pictures, and trying to do spell work. That's all dead in the water now. Oh, look what's on the bottom. Prosperity. Let me give it another little shuffle. But yeah, that's what I get from this. Anyway. This is why you always keep your things private. This is why they got try and send monitoring print. Not that works anymore. Once your home is fortified and you cover it in the blood of Jesus, they can't do nothing to you. Especially when I hear people talking about flies coming in our house, and I've seen videos where I've actually seen flies in people's house. Big ones like that. But you know why they're there, and they're just there to annoy you and spy. A little tiny one came in there, I think it was yesterday. But what happened was I was doing a video. It's only when I'm doing like important things where they decide to like make an appearance. So I kind of guessed what it was, but it was so tiny and wispy. I basically seen it, the reflection of it from the sunlight coming in through the door. And I just told myself, I know your game. I ain't got time for you. looking for you now. I wait for you to land, then I flatten your ass, and that's exactly what I did. Exactly what I did. Wait for him to land, and I flattened his ass. Point, period, point blank. Can I get two more for this overall energies? And I didn't get time to finish my words. Let's get one more, huh? I like that one. One more. I have to look up. You know, there's someone I need to look up as well. It says, what do you say? Well, this one came out first, actually. The 8 and the 9 of Wands. The 8 and the 9 of Wands. Another synchronicity. Oh, shoot. So we got the 2 and the 3 of Cups. Then we got the 8 and the 9 of Wands. Something's coming in fast. And we got how many major arcanas? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I think is it 8 completion or something like that? I think. But yeah, progress and perseverance. Yeah, and I say that in the most lovingest, beautifulest way. Is for a lot of us, having pushbacks every step of the way, and people throwing obstacles at you every step of the way. I mean, some of us, we've been through the war, but we always knew that no matter what, we'd come through the other end. But they wanted us to believe otherwise. Oh yeah, sorry. 3 of Cups, revelry. I don't even know what that word means. As in, like, revel in our accomplishments. Could be that what it means? Let me Google, actually. I'll Google it. Especially if it's where I'm not sure, but I'd like to actually make sure I know exactly what it means. I have to wait for that to turn on first. But yeah, I think that's what it means. But either way, we got the Fool card to the King of Wands. And then the War card to the Death card. And then the Moon and the Star card came out together. But then we have the Temperance with the Hierophant card. Let me see what that means. I never checked before. I meant to check before, but I don't know. I think I just started to do something else afterwards. But now that card's come up again, I need to know what it means. Right. What does revelry mean? What? What is the meaning of the word revelry? Oh, merrymaking. But because it comes from the French word reveler, meaning to rebel, its tone indicates carousing or noisy partying. Oh, so kind of like the same kind of thing. A forethought of festive gathering. Okay. What is the cinnamon? Cinnamon. Joyful or still means the same. The light when I was exalted long. No. Okay. I get that. Instead of the King James replaces riot, similarly in the arm replaces banquet. Oh, excessive and boisterous, intemperance, and lustful indulge. Oh, so basically, it's a card telling you to indulge. So basically, have fun. That's what revelry means. That's good. So they're telling you to have fun. And that's good. All right, cool. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Any more for this current energy? Ancestors and spirits of the highest form of God's light. Or should I say archangel ancestors? Can I get 2 more for this? I wasn't meant to do that. It slipped on my hand. Can I get 2 more for this overall energy, please? And thank you. What else we need to know collectively, spirit, please? And thank you. What else is going on for us in this energy? Okay, contemplation. See? Pause. Yeah. 4 of Cups, content all my days. Look at this. And we've got the 8 and the 9 of Wands. And now we've got the Hanged Man. So we've got 8 major arcanas. Basically, I think this is probably saying like basically take in what you've accomplished, basically. Do you understand? Enjoy it. Celebrate it. Because we've not really had much chance to celebrate anything, to be quite honest with you. We spent more time having to defend ourselves. So let me see what it says for the Hanged Man. Is there like a page missing or something? The Fool, the High Priestess, the Emperor, the Lovers, Hermit, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, there it is. Oh, letting go, sacrifice, spiritual development. That's in the upright. Okay, I get that. Okay. Actually signifying our spiritual development. I like that. Thank you. What's on the bottom? Hold on. The Lovers is on the bottom. What's in the middle? I always do this. Just a weird habit I have. Balance. I like that. I know someone's messing in my laptop because it's going funny. It's kind of going in slow motion. Because they really had to ages ago, so it is what it is. But yeah. Thank you for that one. Let me see what we got going on in the everyday ones. I'm gonna be here for a little bit of time. Let me just clear the energy. I know there's some negative people that was watching before, so we just clear the energy from that. Clear the energy from that. Or they're worried about being exposed. I don't need to, they're already exposed. You understand? They're already exposed and people already know it is what it is. Oh my days. You see what's on the bottom of that other pile, innit? Why is the Lovers on the bottom of this pile too? Are these cards trying to tell me something? Because I ain't looking. That much I will say. I ain't looking. I'm focused on myself and what I need to be doing for myself. You understand? What's meant to be will always be there. How both? That's the second deck with the exact same card on the bottom of the pile. That's not a coincidence. That is definitely not a coincidence. That is a sign. Absolutely. Can I get some messages from the overall everyday tarot deck? Please and thank you. What do we need to know? Today is Wednesday. I think it's the 4th or the 5th. Hold on. I gotta do like that because, and this one takes ages too. Across on the bottom, justice. All right. Can you tell me what else is going on for this over energy for the collective spirit, please and thank you? What else do we need to know about this current energy? Thank you. I want to drop. Okay. Anything else for this current energy spirit, please and thank you? I like to get out more than one, purely because. Oops. Okay. 8 of Wands, 7 of Cups, the Magician, the Hanged Man again, and then the 2 of Wands. The Hanged Man again, and then the 2 of Wands. This is just like for every day, which is different packs, different decks have different meanings. So what was in the lunar spread for the Hanged Man would have a different meaning than this one. I'll show you now. The Hanged Man. There it is. Life is on hold and you're in a state of temporary suspension as you wait new insight and clarity. Step back and look at it from a different perspective. See, same thing in it. And then we got the Magician. Let's have a look. You're taking action to manifest your goals and have the resources to create what you desire. You combine magic and practicality to bring your ideas to reality. I sure do. So what's the first one out? There's a cup in it. So, oh, many options. That's what the 7 of Cups is. Many options. Oh, so just be careful which one you choose, I suppose. You know what your options are. You don't have to tell the whole world. Does that make any sense? Because when you've got multiple options, that's where people like to steal. Okay. Yeah. And that's what the 8 of Wands is, isn't it? Go with the flow. Thank you. Anything else, Spirit, for this over energy? Please and thank you. The Hermit. And the Hierophant and the Hermit. Oh, wow. The Hierophant and the Hermit. That's good. I like that. Can I get one more for this overall spread? Yeah, I did. I called 2 of us about to call person. Ooh. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. So we got the 9 of Pentacles, Judgment, the Chariot, 3 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, that's a fish offer, and the Queen of Wands. That's the Queen of Wands, stand firm. So we've got the 2 of Wands to the 8 of Wands to the Queen of Wands. Even though they all have their own significant meaning, I really only mainly focus on the major arcanas, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we got Judgment. So the Hierophant and the Hermit would mean something totally different in this deck, deck as well, if that makes any sense. Right, so we got Judgment. This is your time to rise up. You're experiencing a huge spiritual awakening and realizing that you are destined for so much more. What did I say again? Oh yeah, the Hermit in it and the Hierophant. You're on a powerful spiritual knowledge and self-discovery. Retreat from everyday life and create space for introspection. Go within and you'll discover the knowledge and clarity you seek. And then we've got the Chariot. You are a driving force fueled by determination and willpower. I know. You are working with a teacher, mentor, or guiding authority. You will expand your knowledge and learn fundamental principles with a trusted source. Oh, that's nice. Did I read judgment? Let me see. I can't remember if I did. I think I might have actually. I might have. Yeah, I did. I did. I did. What's on the bottom? Cups, 5 of cups. No, King of Cups, sorry, and the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. I like that one. Let me just quickly pause, and I need to go and do something quickly before I come back and do these other ones. Do these other ones. Yeah. But I will be back there. So thank you for listening. Thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Do 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 do. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is good. You're a part of the confidant. And I don't know the rest of the words. You invited everyone you knew. It could be the biggest thing. The thing. I can't remember what that song's from. Cheers, innit? Thank you for being a friend. Do 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 do. Oh, I love it. Awesome, 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 awesome. No, I needed to. I forgot. I needed to quickly go and do something quickly, and I might come back later. It's a little surprise, surprise, surprise. Doom, 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 doom. The unexpected hit you between your eyes. Boom, 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 boom. Unpredictable. That's a surprise, you see. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Karma jumped up and hit you between your eyes. You should fuck with us. That's a surprise from God. Surprise, surprise. I'm so sorry. I just like to just make jokes. I'm so sorry. Not. I'm so sorry. Not. I'm so sorry. Not. I'm so. I'm so sorry. Not. I'm just joking. Only joking. Yeah, I need to go and get some milk.